Hello and welcome back to DIY Fun Ventures. It's been 2 months since the last video, and as I promised, I'm here with updates on the self-cleaning shrimp tank experiment. Before diving into conclusions, I recommend you guys check part 1 if you haven't seen it yet. You can click the link here on the screen or find at the end of this video. For now, let's take a quick look at some clips I recorded a month ago to show you how the tank was progressing. Hello everyone, welcome back. This is monthly update on our little aquarium experiment in here. So today I did a water top off on this aquarium. I used this shrimp tank plus from Aquarium, water conditioner. I simply add it in the water and just pour it in there. I haven't done any water changes on this aquarium, and as you can see, it is crystal clear right now. And it's been over a month. This aquarium is doing much better than our my previous setup did, the part 1 of the experiment. So far I'm pretty happy with how this thing is going. I see the filter is working pretty well. It's collected a bunch of debris in there. I just checked the water, and hold on a second, and it's a bit difficult to see here, but we are currently at 20 parts per million, and so the nitrates are coming up just a little bit, but it is normal. This aquarium still has ways to go. Today I am going to be removing our adult guppies because they already had a bunch of babies in there. There's like, I don't know, maybe 10 little guppy babies moving around in there. So we got a little bit too many things now living in this aquarium. For this tiny thing is too much. So adults are leaving. Oh, they also eat all my baby shrimp. I noticed them catching them from the wall. So I want to have some baby shrimp in here, so the adults need to go. So today, about a month one and 1 week, I want to say, I don't remember. So this is the progress. The shrimp are doing just great. The plants are growing nice. If you remember from the previous video, all that algae that I had on this aquarium, it's all completely gone. It became much clearer. Yeah, so everything seems to be working so far. And while I have you guys here, I'm about to feed them with some baby brine shrimp, and so stick around for a couple of minutes. Let me feed these guys. You guys, I won't turn off the filters, or I won't turn off the pump, so you guys will be able to see the water movement in there, and you'll be able to see how it sucks the debris down into the ground. And then after I turn off the video, I'll catch the adults and I'll remove them from here. Next time you guys see this video, all these babies will be the adults. Alright, well, I'll be back in a minute. Enjoy the aquarium. Turn this light off. There we go. You can see the water movement. It's pretty good, and I feel like I'm wasting my baby shrimp right now because they're quickly getting sucked in. Maybe I should turn off the filter now. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, I got this floating plants, and they were mixed with what do you call it, duckweed. They were mixed with duckweed, so I put it in here, and I'm trying to get all that duckweed out of there before I can put this in my main aquarium. This isn't gonna be in this aquarium, it's just more of a way for me to clean the duckweed out of there. Everyone knows once you get duckweed in your aquarium, it's rough to get it out. Everyone, it's finally time to do the filter change. This is over a month now that I haven't done a filter change, and since the whole point of this aquarium setup or this thing is not to do any water changes, not to do any gravel vacuuming, right? It's only about filter changes. So we're gonna see what the filter looks like now after a month of filtering this aquarium. I'm gonna stop the actual pump, and then we're going to carefully remove the filter and see what we got here. All right. So here we go. You guys can see how dirty the water is. I mean, there aren't so many fish in this aquarium, and I can't really feed this, to the point where so we can see how dirty the actual filter gets. But you get the idea. The aquarium is crystal clear. The filter is working really well. It's cleaning, and you guys can see how dirty it is. And all it takes is just wash the filter media, and then we're just gonna put it back in the aquarium and continue with our experiment. So here we are 2 months in. I'm about to be adding some water to this tank, and before the water parameters change, I need to do some water testing. So this is going to be our 2-month report. I almost forgot to record my last test. You guys can't really see I don't know if you can see this on the camera. Let's see. We are at, we are at 10 parts per million. In my last test, we were at 20. After changing the filter and letting the aquarium settle down, we are at 10 parts per million now. So as you guys can see, this is working so far. Of course, if there was a lot more animals in here, it could probably be a little bit higher, because I didn't do my filter changes often enough. I just did one filter change in 2 months. So yeah, but as you guys can see, this aquarium is doing just fine, and nitrates levels, and pretty much I've gone through the whole thing as you guys can see here. More tests, but everything came out to be good. I'm happy with the results. I am thrilled to report that the aquarium is still as pristine as the day I set it up. The water is crystal clear. The substrate looks clean, at least as much as I can see. The shrimp are thriving in their environment. Some of the guppy fry have grown up, and I've noticed One of the female shrimp is berried, so I'm expecting new babies soon. It's been fascinating to watch this tank evolve in the past 2 months. The plants are starting to grow, the moss in the back is getting fuller, even the peace lily is growing. We have got additional leaves. Overall, this experiment has truly exceeded my expectations, proving that this setup can work beautifully with the right balance. One thing to remember is the filter change needs to be done a bit more often than once a month. Because of this success, I'm ready to upscale this experiment. The next step is to try this setup in a 20-gallon tank, where I'll add rooted plants for some extra challenge. This tank will be more difficult to set up, but if it works, I'll move on to the final phase, testing the concept in a 75-gallon tank. These experiments can get costly, and since my channel isn't monetized yet, and not many of you have subscribed, I want to make sure everything works on a smaller scale before investing in a larger setup. So stay tuned for those updates, and as always, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to DIY Fun Ventures for more DIY projects and experiments. See you next time. Bye bye.